This lesson is on the construction of a perpendicular bisector of a line segment using GeoGebra. To begin this construction, we need to draw a line segment. In the toolbar, I'm going to select Segment, and I'm just simply going to click twice to create a line segment A that has endpoints A and B. Now the goal of this construction is to create another line segment that is perpendicular to this segment and also bisects it. To do this, I'm going to click on the point A, and I'm going to plot a point on the line segment in between A and B, but more than halfway. This gives me point C. From here, I'm going to select the compass tool, and I'm going to select my point C, and then my point A, and this gives me a circle with radius AC. Now I want to duplicate this circle, only I want to center it at point B. To do that, I'm going to make sure I'm still in my compass tool. I'm going to click on C and A again, just as I did before, and what that did is gave me an identical circle that I now can center at point B. By creating these two circles, I have created 2 points of intersection right here and right here. So now I'm going to grab the point tool, and I'm going to plot a point at the 2 intersections, making sure that when I do that, both circles are highlighted. My final step of this construction is to go back to my line segment and to create a line segment from point D to point E. The construction of a perpendicular bisector of a line segment is now complete. However, it is always good to be able to check your work to make sure that you have done your construction correctly. There's 2 major things that we need to check. The first one is to make sure that these are in fact right angles right here. And the other is to make sure that the distance from here to B and from here to A is in fact the same, hence the bisector. In order to do this, I need to select the point tool, and I need to make sure I drop a point at the intersection of my 2 line segments. This gives me point F. The first thing I'm going to check is to see if I have 90-degree angles. So I'm going to click on my angle tool, and I'm going to select B, F, and D, and as you can see, I do in fact have a right angle. From here, I'm going to do the same and select D, F, and A, and again, I did end up with a right angle. I can slide that over so I can see it a little bit better. And that automatically concludes that the angles down here are also 90 degrees, giving me a perpendicular line segment. My last step is to measure the distance between my point B, my lowercase b, and my uppercase b, and then the point from B to A. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to select a tool that says distance, and I'm going to measure the distance from F to B, which ended up giving me 2 79/100ths, and then I'm going to measure from F to A, and as you can see, I did in fact get 2 79/100ths on both of those distances. Therefore, we do in fact have what's called a bisector, and my construction is complete.